Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. This is Wolf and Bones' Comic Club. I am one of your hosts, Kel McDonald.
I'm Bones Leopard.
And the premise of this show is that we are reading classical comics and manga that we feel like we should have read but haven't. And we are currently reading Berserk. Today we're going to talk about Berserk Volume 8. Um,
Yes.
Bones, what did you think of this volume overall?
Honestly, I really liked it. I it had, drama, it had wartime and
Political
pe-
machinations.
exactly people getting their comeuppance and a guest star
Yeah.
that showed up that I didn't know would show up.
Yep. This is the volume that made me be like, I have to read all of Berserk. Just there's so much like powerful storytelling in this volume in particular. Like so many like where the
Yes.
backgrounds drop out and it's just the characters. Bones, what do you think of this cover of Griffith looking beautiful and Guts is in his cape?
You know what? Honestly, like it's a good cover.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I've seen a lot of them. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's a good one cuz to me it's kind of like also the fact that like Guts is behind Griffith
Mm-hmm.
like the cape. I'm just like, "Oh, is it hinting at things?" But
Um,
you know me and liking to read into everything.
yeah, well, jumping into it, um, the first thing I love Griffith reacting to his boyfriend being in danger. Like we can see
Yes.
the eyes, so it's we as the reader, because we're close up, can see, but like other people on the battlefield wouldn't notice. And we got Guts realizing his sword broke. Um,
I know. Yeah, the sword breaking. It's just like snap.
it's good. And then we have the guest star is watching the fight. That's a good chunky horse.
I know. I was like, is that a Clydesdale?
I mean, I think it might be because Zod is so big. Spoilers, it's Zod. Uh,
Yes.
I do like how the way his face isn't completely blacked out, but is like sketched over so you can't see it. So
Yeah.
someone might not realize that it's Zod.
That's fair because like I mean the second I saw it I was just like, is that him? And I was like, no, I just assumed it was going to be another big chunky man,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
And then I have they cut back to Costco fighting the dude that was being sexist to her, and she does like a fun flip on her sword. And my
Yes.
notes is she copied Guts because last volume Guts did that, but with the sword in the guy's head. The pole vaulting with the sword.
That's funny because whenever I read that part I was like, oh my gosh, she went high.
Yeah,
Because she normally
she
goes
copied
low.
his tech. She copied him. She
Yes.
learning how to do pole vaulty jumps. Um, I did a close up on her pole vaulty jump. And
Yes.
then we get I love this dude with the axe. Just cutting through people. I we talked about it last time, but I appreciate that this badass dude, like, he was kind of the respectable one in the army that they're facing. Um,
Yeah.
I love this inking on the horse's helmet. I like that we have the curve of the axe showing the guys getting cut in half. Uh, so just great spooky horse as he comes to finish off Guts. Um,
Yeah. No, there's a lot of movement in that spread, and I agree. Like, there's he's always so good with his black placement.
and then look, you can see this guy's intestines. In that little corner. I need to figure out a way to like zoom in while we're talking. It really wants me to go like up and down. There we go.
Uh,
There
there
we
you go.
go. Look at those guts. Guts.
Yeah, it's a lot of guts.
Oh. Of course, now it's not letting me go to the next one. We're stuck. We're never moving past this one guy.
Guess we just have to talk about him now. Only him.
Yeah, only him. Oh, there we go. And then our special guest star to the rescue, throwing something. And Guts gets a way cooler looking sword. No offense to Guts' giant sword, but it being giant is kind of all it has going for it.
True.
This sword is also giant. And I like the little like ting that is just how far the sword came from.
Yeah. You know, I actually didn't even notice that. I was imagining him kind of on like a cliff above them, but he's really freaking far away.
Yep.
Dying.
And then we have Guts cutting through him. The horse is not safe this time.
No.
The horse usually survives. But both him and his horse get decapitated.
I actually wonder if, like, maybe in the previous volumes, if people had pointed out too much that the horse had survived, because I feel like
the horse
in the last volume
not,
too,
yeah.
the horse is, yeah.
Maybe Guts has...
And so he was like, fine, all the horses die now.
I also like that the horse walks a little bit longer before falling over.
Yeah.
Because, like, that makes me think of that anime thing where it's like the person takes a few steps before they fall in half.
Yes.
Doing that with a horse. And we get everyone's reactions to horse decapitation.
Yep.
And victory.
Oh, man.
I like all of them shouting from the rafters that they won.
It's like, yeah.
We fucking did it. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good moment because, like, then you, like, see, like, you know, all those troops are, like, they are officially demoralized.
Yeah. And we have the bad guy who made all the bad decisions. He's the one that got them into this mess, reacting. And just everyone fleeing while he panics. No one would have done this while Rhino guy still had his head.
100%. Yeah,
this dude cannot control his
respected.
troops. Yeah. And I like just him on the ground and Griffith coming up to him.
Yes. Oh my gosh! Like the next scene with him, like,
I saved
like,
the whole thing.
One, this is iconic with Griffin looking down, but him being like, "Hey, old pal," and I'm like, the gall.
Old friend, like, yeah, um, and then like Griffith being like, I don't hate you, I nothing you, and like the
Yeah,
close up on him being like, I nothing you. That's a lie. I don't think that Griffin nothings him. I think Griffith
no.
wants this man dead more than anyone. I think Griffith is a liar.
He knows that saying that will hurt that guy's
Yeah.
pride before he gets.
Well, it's I also think Griffith
Yeah,
likes to pretend that he is more than human. Um,
that's actually a good point. I love the white around him.
yeah, I love this like white background. Um, like they're so tiny, like the whole world falls away and it's just them. Especially after this like tight close up. Um,
Which I think also adds to the whole he was definitely lying when he said I nothing you, because then you wouldn't get this big impact panel of
yeah.
killing him.
Um, and you wouldn't get Griffith like looking back after the
Yeah.
stabbing. And now he's just another dead body. And we have multiple dead horses.
Yeah. Gotta kill all the horses now.
Horses are evil. They have murder in their hearts.
That's true.
And then for uh Guts and Casca, I just wrote friends smiley face. Um and because they're buds now, they've been through it. They're friends.
They are.
And everybody's ready for the party. Um, but like Griffith is not looking toward them. They're always looking at Griffith.
Yeah.
Um, I like her sort of comment that he's always far away from them.
It's kind of like they're both bonding over the fact that Griffith is like so far away from them, but the big difference between them is that she's like accepted that he'll always be far away, and Guts is like, nah,
Well, it's also
I'm
we
gonna
talked about this
do.
last
Yeah,
time. She gets to see the softer side of Griffith, and
yeah,
Guts sees the shadier parts of Griffith.
that's true.
So it's they're for a distance and they're off, but because Guts always sees the shady parts, Guts is the pedestal isn't there. He knows that Griffith ain't perfect. Griffith can be a monster. Um, but we got handsome Guts. Guts looking extra handsome in this panel.
Yeah,
Um, uh, and I like that we have Guts giving her a lift.
yeah. And then thinking about the big old sword, being
Yeah,
like,
like, where did
wait,
that come from? Who could have thrown a sword from that far? Um,
yeah.
and then the big reveal, Zod, dun dun dun. That was my notes. I just wrote Zod in all caps, exclamation point, dun dun dun. Um,
Being he's a big boy with a big reveal.
um, and I like that the eclipse will soon come, Bones. Uh, he flat out says it. He's letting you know. we're about to get to the eclipse. Heads up.
Oh, so in my translation that I have, it doesn't say that. It just says he will soon fall, and the descent of the devil is close.
I'm using the official translation. You're using illegal
Yeah,
ones.
I'm not.
I sent you PDFs of the official translation, Bones. I'm giving you a hard time for stealing.
You should. You really should.
All right. Then we have secret meetings.
Yes.
And we get I love the lighting on this like creepy guy from earlier. The don't be suspicious guy.
Yeah.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. And the queen showing up to serve cunt. She's a natural
for
at
real.
it. She I love this like reveal of her. I love her vibe. I love that she is here for no good. I support women's wrongs.
Yeah. Oh, so and she was sleeping with the guy that that had killed.
That Griffith killed.
Yeah.
So we got all the nobles being like, "How dare poor people get power?" And I also like that the suspicious guy is playing a lot of multiple angles. Like in he's like, "Hey, so I didn't think that I'd get backing from this high up, so that's cool." And there we get her thoughts about the dude that Griffith killed before.
Yeah.
And how he was better at fucking than the king was.
Yeah.
The king looks kind of old. Let's be real. And also royal marriages are like political convenience alliance things. So it's unsurprising that they're not really into each other. And then I wrote for suspicious guy holding up the seal of this blood oath. I was like, leaving a paper trail, amateur hour.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. I was like, really? Writing down your crimes?
All the crimes.
Wow.
I guess it's good for him if he gets caught because there aren't multiple copies of the paper trail. It's just him. So it's if anyone tries to turn him in, everyone's going down.
That's true.
Still sloppy. But I love this big panel of them like coming through the city. And people like getting on roofs to see them. It's great.
Yeah.
And like I love Crocus like eating up the attention here. Just
yes.
like, yeah. It says Hulk Hogan in the oh, he's doing the Hulk Hogan noise. That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hoo-ah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like everyone's sort of reaction to the crowds. I like the ladies
all the ladies.
The ladies hitting on Casca, and she is not gay. Sorry, ladies. She's setting off their gaydar. I also really like the little kids. Really impressed by the big guy whose horse is too small for him. Um,
Right? Good
he
old Pippin.
he should probably ride a Clydesdale too. Or get some sort of bigger horse. Uh,
Guess as long as the horse, carries him, that's all that matters.
yeah. And we get Guts being like super deadly serious and not having it. But he's thinking about his boyfriend. I also the princess fucking adorable. Her getting all pretty, like and fangirling out about Griffith is gonna be here soon. Uh, her getting so excited and her waving to him.
He honestly, it's like so funny because he is drawing this like super dark fantasy comic, like blood and guts and everything, but he's so good at drawing cute ladies.
Yeah, her just being
Just like,
fucking adorable.
yes.
And her disappointment because he like can't see her or notice her. I do like that they make the point to zoom out. Because like she's up here. So of course he doesn't notice her. And yeah. Just
so cute.
being adorbs. So young. So in her own head. So unaware of the manga that she is in. And then we're back to Don't Be Suspicious crew.
Right.
I like his eyes are mostly closed and just him getting that wide when he reads that message. Like he is not hiding it.
No, he is not good at not being suspicious.
Yeah. Did you immediately know who sent the letter?
Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling.
Yeah,
but yeah,
like who could have sent it other than Griffith?
Who else would make someone sweat that much?
Yeah, you see the veins on his head. He is that stressed out.
Yeah.
I do like this detail on his neck that he's like a little jowly and old.
Yeah.
It's good. Good detail. And yep, nice little triumphant return. Everyone, yay.
Beautiful horse.
Beautiful horse, beautiful man. Coming in. And then everybody's fancy.
Heck yes. I was so, whenever this page happened, I'm not gonna lie, I actually squeed a little bit because I was like, they're all dressed up.
They're all fancy.
All
They're all fancy. Yeah. Whose fancy outfit do you like the best?
Casca's.
Well, Casca's not in this panel.
Oh.
Are the boys?
Honestly, I think I like Guts's more.
I really like the fur lining on Pippin's. Like the shoulder and the
Oh, yeah.
I like the little leaf motif on I forget the little guy's name.
That's what I couldn't remember his name. His outfit was honestly like a close like tie with Griffith's outfit. I do like that wow, I just forgot his name. The guy we've known this whole time wearing the goofy hat.
Yes, Crocus.
Crocus.
I
Oh
think
my gosh,
that's
yes.
how you say his name. Judah's is a little boring. Judah needs to step it up.
He's just trying to blend in.
But yeah, I really like the fur lining on Pippin's. Uh, and then Guts not happy about being fancy.
Yeah.
Uh, and
I love, like, yeah.
He's also unaware of what manga he's in. This cute little boy.
He's so cute.
It's like I'm dreaming or something. I've only heard of places like this in fairy tales. Precious little baby. Oh, I
Really.
do like that Judah is like, this is what our tax money pays for.
Yeah.
Side-eyeing the royalty.
Like, wait a second. Yeah,
Um,
I also like when they all start getting surrounded by people.
yeah.
And just how like each of them have different reactions and all
Yeah,
that.
I wrote down Griffith Riz. He got that Riz. Just
Really does.
Oh, ladies, you don't want to hear about battle. That's so bloody and boring and violent. And then Crocus is just like, yeah, ladies. And also Guts not knowing how to talk to ladies.
None of them have weapons. How can he have a conversation with them?
How what we can't compare swords. Did you really kill 100 guys? Yeah. He's just giving one-word responses. It reminds me of someone took characters from Leverage, and the big tough guy Elliot, him exchanging text messages with Hardison, who's the hacker, and it's Elliot says K, and then Hardison says potassium is actually a great element. Very reactive and responsive, unlike the response you just gave. And that is what I was thinking of. Because Guts just says yeah.
Yeah.
Did you kill some guys? Yeah. Did you really beat the captain? Yeah. Like. Pippin is also uncomfortable. Pippin, give those ladies piggyback rides. Pick them up with your giant arms. Oh, and then
Right?
Crocus is calling Guts a slur. I missed that when I was reading.
Yeah.
But he does seem aware that Guts and Griffith are boyfriends.
I mean, yeah.
He's not wrong. He did use a bad word for it, but he's not wrong. Um, and then I like this dude talking about, this is the one like reasonable counselor from before.
Yeah, the handsome one.
Talking about how it's gonna be harder for Griffith to rise now because they're no longer at war. And this is a good line. The more radiant the light, the darker the shadows fall.
It's true.
And then we get to see Casca grabbing Guts.
She's so cute.
I like she's getting like talked to by dudes and then like escapes them. Then we get to see her pretty outfit. They refuse to leave me alone. And I love Guts' face at Casca's dress.
It's like, wait a second.
And then zoom in.
is such a good face. Just seeing it larger on the screen. Oh my gosh.
um, this uh, whole cute, another cute face. This time from Casca. And I
I
like,
love it's immediately followed by violence.
yeah. Um, oh, and then the ladies in the background think that he maybe said something like rude, and they're like, normal ladies don't use their elbows. Like they're expecting like he did something to get slapped. Um,
Yeah. Like, oh man.
and then Judah is the only one that notices Guts and Casca going off. I like that Judah is the most observant of them all. Um,
Yeah.
he's my favorite. Um, and I liked this whole balcony scene. I like the like lighting to with the tones to imply the light from the party.
Yeah. No, honestly did like a fantastic job because I do like I noticed like the window on the ground, and honestly like I was reading another fantasy comic and I was like, oh, they didn't do like it was like one of those things where I just like noticed, I'm like, hey, they did that with screen tone. Oh, I don't see it in this comic, which also has a party at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just something I had noticed where I was like, oh, interesting.
Um, so let's see. And yeah, them both being cute. They're both great.
Yeah.
Does it look weird? And yeah, we get the lighting again with the tones.
Yes.
Um, and I like that she's in the light and he's not. Um, bam, symbolism. She can join Griffith at the party in the light, and Guts is his shadow buddy.
It's, I mean, true.
I do like Guts because he knows what's coming. Almost warned her and then decided not to, and that's mean. He comments that it's mean of Griffith, but it's also mean of Guts to not warn her. But I understand why, because they need her to react. Also, Princess is being adorable again.
Yes. Though I will say this wasn't my favorite hairstyle on her. She's still adorable.
Yeah, she's a kitty cat. Um, everyone gets promoted to nobility. Um,
Yes.
parties all around. Griffith does not look happy about being made nobility. His boyfriend's not there to support him, but then they see each other and smile. Um,
And that's such a like it's like a sad smile and an actual happy smile, and you're just like, huh.
mm-hmm. I really love how they did the poison going in the cup with this like just gray tones.
Yes. Yes.
Um, it's fucking great. And then I like the like slow everyone getting their cup, slow motion on Griffith drinking the poison, and then the falling cup. And focusing on Casca. I love the like him mostly being out of panel as he falls.
Yeah.
Um, so you've seen Batman the animated series, I assume, correct?
Yes, yes, I have.
Um, in Batman the animated series, an example I use of when censorship helps you be more creative, or forces the creator to be more creative. It's the episode that's Robin's backstory, um, where his parents fall and die. Apparently,
Yeah.
they were told you can't show them falling, you can't show the rope breaking, you can't have a sound effect of them hitting the ground, you can't have them screaming. Um, and so what you get is this shot that is the rope, a close up on the rope, and it's starting to break, and then it swings off panel, and then it comes back. I mean, it swings off screen, and when it comes back on screen, it doesn't have the lower half. And
Yeah.
that's like infinitely more powerful and haunting than like if they had actually shown them falling. And this is what like the cup breaking and Griffith falling mostly um cropped in a weird way makes me think of. Um like this is
Yeah.
way more sort of ethereal and like wild.
It also like it really helps with like cuz like, it's a comic so the things aren't moving, but to me like I feel like it like also helps slow
Yeah.
the moment down
Yeah.
because like you're expecting to see all of Griffith and then you're not and you just have this big like negative space at the bottom and then at the top of the panels as he falls and it's like, "Oh."
And it's like how sudden the glass breaking and then like time slows down once they notice the glass breaking. Um
Yes.
uh and then I like that he just went down. Like he did not fall
Yeah.
in an artful way. Like he didn't brace himself at all. He just plopped down. Which is closer to how when people really faint. Um uh I also like you can see everyone's reflection in the floor.
Yes. I also, yeah, like the shine. I'm just like, oh, got those clean floor dirty.
And then Casca flipping out, which is why Guts couldn't warn her.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Thing where I was just like, whenever it was first like, oh, like Griffith didn't warn them, I was thinking at first, I'm like, oh, was he not supposed to like tell them about them becoming nobility or them becoming like part of the army officially? And then it's like this part happened, and I'm like, oh.
And I do like the like while all the drama is going on, like no one notices that Guts is not there
Right.
because he has to go do some crime.
Sure did. His outfit looks really stupid.
Yeah. No, he looks like he's from Bloodborne. Um,
Ah, yeah,
Bloodborne has
yeah.
some crazy hats like that. Uh, and then just like the shot through the branches where you can still see the head. Um,
I don't even think I realized that was the head when I read it the
yeah,
first
because it's
time.
the thing
Oh, that's
slashes,
wild.
and then you have the head here.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
horse
man.
survived this
Well, hey,
beheading.
that horse lived.
Yeah, the horse lived. Um, Guts kills the poisoner. I like that the sus guy is like, don't worry about it. Poisoner's dead. My dude took care of him. Which would make a
Mm-hmm.
reader who is not as astute or hasn't been paying attention to Griffith think maybe Guts is working for sus guy. But
Right.
I do like the reveal of the smoke through the floorboards. Um, what did
It's
you?
just like, wait, are they doing like poison in the room? And then it was like, oh, nope, nope.
Nope, everything's on fire. Um, I love this explosion shot. Um,
So good.
yeah, this is why you're not supposed to open doors in a fire.
Yeah.
And then I love her noticing Griffith is
Yes.
outside.
Yes. It's so good.
And he lets his hair down for his villain speech.
Whenever he did that, I was like, I don't know why, but to me it like seemed like extra like a spit in her face, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna let my hair flow in the breeze while you burn to death.
I like This Is War. There are no spectator seats on the battlefield.
Yes, a freaking hard ass line.
Um, and then she's like, I don't, commoner cannot kill me. And then his like response, um, those who die in the battlefield are not royalty, nobility, or commoners. They are the defeated who die.
Yes,
He's like dropping all the hardcore lines.
he really is, and
Death
he
is the
does look
great eculator.
extraordinarily
Yeah,
beautiful right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then him telling Sus Guy that he's bad at being sus. I always like it when there are like political machination things like this, where it's like, I knew that you're going to turn against me, so I just had to pay attention to you to figure out who all my enemies were. Um,
Right?
and we have a similar shot to when he defeated the pedophile guy on the battlefield. He out machinationed this sus guy.
Yeah.
And so I like the going back to the empty space. Um, and of course, Guts kills everyone else. And I wrote this page of like, I involved you in my filthy schemes and didn't even get my own hands dirty. I left all the dangerous taxing work to you. Do you think I'm cruel? And my notes were, this is Griffith's "Would you still love me if I was a worm" moment.
Yes, I was hoping that's where you were going with that. And the answer is yes.
He's like, that's a stupid question. And I like again that you have these branches framing them similar to when Guts decapitated that guy a few pages ago.
Yeah.
So we got like the dark tendrils of violence framing them. Um, he is sure good at making Griffith look super innocent in some panels, but unrepentantly evil in others.
Yes.
Um, and then we come back to Griffith eats dreams.
Yeah. He also still looks beautiful. I did like the
Yeah,
dead men don't walk around.
yeah. I love this slap on the back. It's cute, goofy stuff. I also like you miss Casca in a dress.
Which to me that like kind of made me even more sad for Casca, where it's like, man, like even with all these schemes going around, he still didn't like notice you in
Yeah,
your dress. But
yeah.
oh,
Poor Casca. Griffith will never love her. I'm sorry. But they're a throuple.
they are.
And then we get happy reunion. Everyone is crying, even that jackass Crocus. Um, everyone's excited.
Aw.
Um, and I screen capped Crocus and Rickard's the kid's name. I found it in my
Oh
notes.
yes.
Rickard covering his eyes while Casca um kisses Griffith. And Crocus being like, "Yeah, good faces, good faces."
They are.
And then we have Guts is leaving, and Casca gives him a hard time about not saying goodbye. She's like, "I gotta save the thruple."
Yep. It's like, wait a second, this doesn't work without him.
Mm-hmm. I love the snow. I love her feet in the snow. Um, and Guts has dad thoughts. I do like that we keep going back to Guts' dad thoughts.
Yeah.
He's talking in the bar with everybody. I like that Crocus is being like, "You're a huge dumbass for leaving this," like, because Guts is.
Yeah.
Guts is a big dumbass for leaving people that appreciate him. Um, but I like that. It's like he's being a jerk, but it's like you can tell it's like, don't leave, you dum dum.
Yeah. It's not like he's not like doing this to be vindictive. He's doing this because he doesn't want Guts to leave.
Yeah. But yeah, we go back to dad feelings. Um, and we get a little flashback to baby Guts and dad murder.
Yeah.
I do like that kind of always weighs on his mind because that is like a big deal.
Yeah.
Um, and I like again that Crocus is being like, that is some bullshit. And you need to
Mm-hmm.
learn to be happy. Um, and he's being a dick about it, but he is right. Like, enjoy yourself for once, you dum dum. And I like that he's so loud about it, he makes the whole bar look at them.
Yeah. But then what's I remember Guts well like I think in like the next part is just like, did you ever have a dream? And that like upsets Crocus, and I'm just like, oh, Guts.
It's like, yeah, he's like, I'm done with this bullshit. Flip the table over, leave. Uh, And then I like Judah gives us some Crocus backstory.
Yeah.
I also like Judah talking about how he's like the second best at everything.
Yeah, I did like that, but he's also like comfortable where he's at, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, nice.
And then I like the street scene. Good streets.
Very,
And
yeah, the details, everything.
I like Crocus asking him about, hey, are you and Casca a thing? Are you?
love
Are
the
you,
love
Guts?
the face. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh man.
Um, and yeah, I like that also Judah is the one that has to explain to Guts what the whole uh plan is. Like, cuz I guess
Yeah.
Guts didn't sit down and think about it. It's like Casca and Guts and Griffith can't be together cuz Griffith has to go woo the princess. Um
Yep.
so he can be king. Um that's why
Which
I like
also works out that. Oh,
this
go
is
ahead.
why I think like maybe Griffith was lying a little bit when he was talking to her on that balcony when Guts overheard. Because it's part of plan to uh, charm the princess rather than um, I'm just gonna info dump my philosophy at you. Like some of it's like a little true, but also it's like more to sound deep and philosophical to a 15-year-old.
Yeah, well, then, but it also makes me question because, like, when Guts went to go kill that one guy, like, didn't he accidentally kill the son?
Yeah, but
But was it Griffith's plan the whole time?
so the thing is like because the son is so young, um, Griffith probably like it's one of those things where like who has friends at court like um
Mm,
it's his dad would be the
yeah.
one that really pushed for his son to marry the princess. Um and also if Griffith didn't like end the war, she might have been married off in a peace treaty. Um
True. Mhm.
so he was like taking care of one thing at a time. Uh but yeah, I like Judah playing matchmaker to like go be with Casca because Griffith and her ain't happening.
And I love that he, like, even after explaining, like, no, Griffith's gonna end up with the princess, Guts is like, nah, she's gonna end up with Griffith.
um, ever think you'd like to hold her? He has held her. We've seen him lift her up multiple times. Um, uh, and also, I get the impression that Judah kind of likes Casca too, but knows
Yeah.
that he is not as hot as Guts. His eyes are too.
I actually wondered that too, especially like when he was the one that like saved her
Mm-hmm.
the thing, and it's like, hey, she's too expensive for you guys.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was like, oh, does he like her?
He does. I think he does.
Aw.
Uh, he's number two in everything. Uh, this is a good panel. Comparing, um, Griffith and Guts. Good page. Good hatching. And then we have Rickard.
I even like that, like,
oh.
After all this, yeah, where it's like, you know, Griffith or Guts probably still doesn't understand the fact that, like, Casca is, like, really trying to stop him from leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They all don't want him to leave. He is a dumbass.
Yeah.
Crocus is right. He is a dumbass for leaving. And I like Rickard just being like, "Don't go."
I know.
Who will teach me how to fight with giant swords? And then just Griffith's face when Guts says he's leaving.
Right?
The Hawks
absolutely mad.
Aren't the Hawks just like a family to you? Why would you throw that away? Rickard. Poor baby. I'm baffled that he survived all those battles, but because he is a baby.
He is, yeah, he's a baby, but he's part of the band of Hawk.
Yeah. I like Casca's hat and scarf and whatnot.
No, their winter gear is really cute.
And then Griffith pulling out the sword on Guts to stop him from leaving.
It's like, yeah.
I love this like slow reaction of like Guts is surprised that Griffith is doing this. And Griffith has his demon face out.
Sure does.
He belongs to Griffith. I love this like stark black on Griffith's white hair.
It gives me like that like Final Fantasy artist vibes.
Yes.
Like, with like the really thin lines and
Yes.
everything.
I believe that's Yoko Ano. I'm gonna double check. Kano. No, that's the composer for Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy art. Oh, Yoshitaka Amano.
Yeah.
And then everyone is surprised that Griffith pulled out the sword. And I like Guts hesitating. Can't we just smile?
Man, you're actually serious about this.
Yeah.
Which to me surprises me, because I feel like they've been together enough. I feel like Guts should have expected a fight, but...
Yeah, I guess he just thought, like, Griffith would respect his opinion and would take this breakup better. And then Casca trying to stop the fight, and Judah telling her they gotta measure their dicks.
Yep.
And then Judah mentally commenting that, like, this is the first time Casca has cared about someone who's not Griffith.
Right? It's like, oh man, does she realize it? It's like, oh.
Also, Casca, did it really take you this long to realize you want Guts to stay? You went and gathered everybody. Girl.
It's right. It's just like, okay, like you went and did all this. If you had just let him go, he would have left already.
Mm-hmm. And then fight two, part two. Um, and I like that Griffith attacks first compared to their first fight,
Yeah.
where Griffith was way more patient and careful about his strike. Um, and the contrast between the very fine lines on Griffith and the like fun, crazy, thick lines that they always give Guts in a fight.
Yeah. But like the whole like mental battle Griffith did beforehand of just
Only I
like
can
he
have
had all
him.
these thoughts of like, oh, if I do this, he'll do this, if I do that, and then it's like, oh, but I'd kill him, and then like him finally deciding like, oh,
If
like
I
it
can't have
doesn't
him,
matter.
no one can.
Yeah.
And we have Guts would have won.
Oh man. Which makes sense because
Guts has
Gut's
been
been
studying the blade while you learned to politic. I studied the
oh,
blade.
sorry, Lucky Dagger had put the Final Fantasy artist in there. Sorry, Lucky Dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I love how defeated Griffith looks. He doesn't lose. He lost.
Oh, these boys and their feelings.
The boys are fighting. But yeah, no, I love like the black lines, like heavily weighing on Griffith. um, and he's just in shock. And I love the white on Guts and the shadow on Griffith and like the once again the empty
Yes.
space as Guts walks away.
Yes. Where it's like the whole time Guts was in the shadow, and so like this is him walking out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh snap.
Bam, symbolism.
Yeah.
Um and I like that Casca doesn't really know who to comfort. Does she comfort Griffith? Does she go after Guts? Um, I love this like back and forth. She doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And her calling after him is what makes him hesitate a bit.
Yeah. The shoulder slouch. It's like, oh.
I have a lettering nitpick. Um,
Oh, what's
I
that?
wish these ellipses were vertical with the rest of the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
And I love this whole like more pencily panel of him thinking about.
Like that, it's just like, it's okay. I'm just a pebble in your path. You'll be able to move on
You'll be
from
able to
this.
move
Little do
on.
you know.
Yeah. Little do you know. So, Bones.
Yes.
These are the chapter titles for Volume 9.
All right.
Let's guess what they're about. Unless you want to do your summary on this whole scene of after Guts beats Griffith is what made me be like, I have to read the rest of Berserk. I
Oh.
love it. I love the pacing. I love the like shot composition. It's great.
Like, I'll admit, like, whenever, like, just, like, completing this book, I was surprised with, like, I don't know why, but, like, in my mind, like, I thought that their, like, goodbye fight was gonna just be so much more intense, and the fact that it wasn't, I think, almost affected me more,
Yeah.
where I was just like, "Oh, dang, okay." But it does make me curious on, because, like, you know, I don't really know what happens after this, I just know that things go bad, so I'm like, I have no idea what to expect.
All right. So, Volume 9 chapter titles.
Oh,
Night
yeah,
of the
Night of the
Skeleton.
Skeleton.
What do you think that's about?
A skeleton knight.
Yay! Start of Everlasting Night. What do you think that's going to be about?
Oh, is that the start of the eclipse?
No, it will say eclipse when we get to the eclipse.
Okay.
So Start of Everlasting Night. What do you think that's about?
Maybe his depression of not being with the band of Hawk. I'm gonna say that.
Okay. The Fallen Hawk. What do you think that's about?
Probably still following Guts around, I would think.
All right. Demise of a Dream.
Now that gets me, because it's like the only options of a dream. So would that be? I feel like somehow Griffith really botches it with the princess. Yeah.
Arms Tournament.
A jousting match.
Okay. The Fugitives.
I mean, is this like, are they gonna get in so much trouble? Like, is this? I'm curious. Is this gonna be like going back and forth between Guts and Griffith, or is it gonna only be following Guts?
Oh.
But since I don't know, I'm gonna assume the fugitives are about Griffith's crew.
Then we got The Fighter.
Which I will push back onto Guts. Probably part of the arms tournament, I would assume.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Comrades in Arms.
Well, because that's what he called Casca. I would assume she comes back to Guts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be my idea.
Then we have Confession.
Which would also, I feel like, point to Casca maybe confessing to Guts that she likes him too.
Mm-hmm. And then Wounds. What do you think Wounds is going to be about?
That makes me worried. Because it could be, is it physical wounds? Is it metaphorical wounds? They have so many of them. I'm going to assume it's gonna be Griffith spiraling.
Well, I am going to spoil Wounds for you because don't read it in public.
Okay.
Because it has a lot of Casca and Guts fucking.
All right.
You're gonna see everything. All
right. Good to know.
So don't read it in public.
I will not read this on my break at work.
Yeah. I did send you PDFs. Because the site that we were using before has not been loading properly for me. I don't know about you, but
no, yeah, I haven't gone back to it.
So what panel should we use? for our thing.
Oh, I mean, it's so sad. Part of me just wants to use the princess looking really cute, but then we don't really get the vibe of the whole book.
Kind of want to use this, even though it's very small.
I also like that. Hmm.
Hmm, hmm. Um, I kind of want to use this Griffith one. I told you then that you belong to me.
I like it. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay, I'm going to crop it. There we go. All right, thank you, folks, for stopping in for our Wolf and Bones comic club. Next week, you can make it next week, correct? Or no?
Yes,
All right.
I think so. I'll double check, but yes.
Next week, we will be volume 9.
Yeah.
And Bones volume 10. I mean, no, volume 12 is when the eclipse starts.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a bit of time.
Um, thanks. And we got like a month before we have to maybe not have panels on screen because of everything else. I'm gonna have to like Photoshop the panels that I like in the next episode. I'll find that little censorship bar that says you can't show that in a Christian manga.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm gonna stop the recording. Thanks everyone. We'll be back next week. And if you want to stick around and hang out with us while we draw, I'm gonna stop the stream for a bit and then I'm going to start it back up again. Have a good one. Oh wait, you can read my comics at kellmcdonald.com.
You can read my comics at bonesleopard.com.
Have a good one, everybody.
Peace.